Turtles are fascinating creatures that have been on the earth for many, many years, and these shell-covered reptiles have remained relatively unchanged. Turtles Kingston is holding an educational day to celebrate and learn more about turtles. Here to tell us about Turtle Awareness Day is Tara Bauer, Director of Turtles Kingston. Tara, what is Turtles Kingston?
So Turtles Kingston is a grassroots organization that got started up by Maven Armstrong in 2018, and it's all about connecting people with turtles, raising awareness about turtles, and empowering people in our community to take action to actually help support turtles.
And how many species of turtles is in the Kingston area?
We actually have 5 of the 8 Ontario turtles. So we have this one right here, which is our Blandings turtle. It is actually threatened in Ontario or endangered federally. We have our Midland painted turtle, the map turtle, the snapping turtle that a lot of people know, and finally the musk turtle.
Are there turtles that are not endangered, but are they at risk, and what is the difference?
Yeah, so all of our turtle species in Ontario are species at risk. So essentially there's kind of a ranking of how endangered a species is. So when you're at risk, you're on that list, and it starts with special concern, then threatened, endangered, extirpated, which means you're extinct in a region, but you exist in the world, and then extinct. So all of our turtles are at risk, threatened, or endangered. They're somewhere on that list.
What is the importance of having turtles in the ecosystem?
So turtles are what we call keystone species. They perform a vital function that other species don't. So if they were to disappear, a bunch of ecosystems would essentially collapse without them being present. So for example, some things that they do is our common snapping turtle eats lots of dead and dying organic material, so they actually clean up our waters. Other turtles, because they're aquatic organisms that also come onto land, they do a lot of redistributing nutrients and a bunch of energy between the two ecosystems, which is really important.
Turtles have different shell shapes. Can you tell me why the different shell shapes and what that means, where they come from?
Yeah, so each species has its unique identifying features, and the shell is one of the biggest things. So like the Blandings turtle here, we like to call it it has a helmet. It's a very domed shell, and those shells help you tell what species you're looking at. Why they developed that way, I personally have no idea, and I'm not sure if anyone really does. Turtles are not well studied. There's a lot that we actually don't know about turtles, and we're just starting to kind of get that research going.
And I always thought that turtles just lived in the water, and that is not the case, is it?
No, it's not. They're primarily aquatic organisms, but some of them spend quite a bit of time on land. The ones that spend a lot of time on land tend to be the ones that are more threatened or endangered on that list because they're more at risk of getting hit by cars. But turtles do come onto land to lay their eggs. They also come onto land to just move about in their habitat because it might be small pond here, a wetland there that they're moving between, finding a mate. So they come on land for a bunch of different things, and of course they come up for basking, which helps them keep warm and also helps them grow and stay healthy.
Coming up June 1st is Turtle Awareness Day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. And I know that Turtles Kingston has several workshops happening on that day. Tell me about them.
Yeah, so this is our 3rd annual Turtle Awareness Day. The last 2 years we had a public event at Confederation Park or Doug Furler Park. And it was a booth where you could learn all about turtles. This year we're adding on a workshop in the morning. So we're offering it twice, and it's at Potter's Nursery. So they're the exact same workshop, but it's a small little group of people, so we wanted to offer it twice so we get more people the opportunity to attend. And it's all about learning more about turtles, more in-depth, more time, more hands-on, a little bit more interactive, and just a little bit more fun than just passing through. But our Turtle Awareness Day, like it was last year, is going to be at Confederation Basin in the afternoon from 1 till 3 p.m. And it's going to have lots of information, models that you can look at, real turtle samples, not real turtles. Unfortunately, it is illegal to actually have real Ontario turtles captive unless you have permits, which we do not. But we do have like some shells that we're borrowing from other people. And we also have an art project again. Last year we had an art project to create a big mural. That was a lot of fun, and we displayed it at the Marine Museum. This year we're creating a snapping turtle sculpture. So I'm using some actually old turtle nesting boxes that had been destroyed, so they were headed for the garbage, and I'm using all that wire and that wood to create a base that then we're going to paper mache together at Turtle Awareness Day. After it dries, we'll paint it up, and then it's actually going to be part of our art gallery and auction that we're having in September. Last year was our second year doing an annual auction to raise some funds for Turtles Kingston. We are completely run by volunteers. We don't have an operating budget, so every time we need to spend money to print posters, make educational materials, do anything like that, we try and think out of the box for how to do it. So we apply to local grants, but also this is a way that we can both raise awareness about turtles, get some really beautiful turtle art out there, support local artists, and then get some money for ourselves so that we can do some more education and some more advocacy and just run our programs. So our programs don't cost a lot of money to run, but as we start thinking bigger, we start having more expenses. So this is going to help us take that next step, because I've got a couple ideas brewing.
You do have a website that talks about all the different things you can do as a volunteer to help out and support and protect and understand more about turtle awareness in this area.
Yeah, our website is turtleskingston.com, and it has everything. It's basically a knowledge dump. I took everything that Maben Armstrong had given to me as knowledge, all the knowledge that I've been accumulating, and it's just everything that you could possibly want to know about turtles is on our website, and we try and share that kind of in more digestible pieces on our social media.
So I hope you have a successful several workshops on June 1st and that families can learn more about turtles.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me.